Hello, how are you? My name is Ana Rosa Rosales. Imagine a 8-year-old girl in her room crying all night because she doesn't know what is happening to her. The fear that she has because even though she wants to scream for help, she's scared that something might happen to her. According to the National Center for Victims of Crime, a self-report study showed that at least 20% of females and at least 5 to 10% of males record sexually assaults or sexually abused incidents. By the end of the speech, you should understand that reporting sexually assault is important and that nobody should be quiet about it. Today in my speech, I'm going to talk about the sexually assaults, and by the end of the speech, you should have learned the important facts and why reporting sexually assault is important. I like to address to my 3 main points, which will be my myths and facts. My second point will be at what age does people suffer more from sexually assault, and my last point will be why victims of abuse stay quiet. Now that I have addressed my 3 main points, I'm gonna address my first point, which will be my myths and facts. According to an article online by Georgetown Law, they list a common myths and facts. One of the things that the list is that they say people with disabilities are low risk of sexually assault. And fact about this one is that people with disabilities are victims of sexually assault twice as more as people without disability. A myth about another is that sexually assault happens in public or outdoor. This is not true. A fact about this is that 55% of sexually assaults occurs during the victim's homes or where they live or they work at. Another myth will be that sexually assaults occur because the victim dressed provocatively. Now, a fact about this is that neither dressing provocatively or neither a promiscuous behavior are invitations of wanted sexual activities. Now that I have addressed my first main point, I'd like to move to my second point. Will be at what age do people suffer more from sexually abuse? Now, according to this graph, people intend to suffer more from sexually abuse at the age of 12. So ages 12 to 34 years old are higher risk of sexually assault. And actually, an important fact and interesting fact about it is that ages 65 and older are 92% less likely than 12 to 34 victims of sexually assaults. So meaning that older people are less likely to report any sexually assault incident. Now that I have addressed my second main point, I'd like to move to my third one. So in this picture, we can see a hand, which means that most sexually assault victims don't feel comfortable with their body. They don't feel like nobody should touch them or see them because they are ashamed of their body. They don't want nobody to see them because they think that it's their fault that this happened to her, and that even though they want to tell somebody, they are like ashamed that nobody will believe them and they will judge them. In the second picture, we can see some hindsight. So abusers often would threat somebody, would tell the victim if they want to say something. So if a victim is scared and they want to say something, their hearts are tight, because if that abuser has some kind of power, they can threat that person by killing them or doing any more harm than just sexually assault. And the third picture will be that even though they want to say something, they cannot relate to nobody, because even though they want to speak to somebody about their problem and what they're going through, they are feared that kind of problem, they don't understand what they're going through. Now that I give the important facts about sexually assaults, I'd like to hear that after hearing my speech, how many will report a case of sexually assault if you see one or know about one, or that if after hearing my speech you will educate not only your child but other people about reporting sexually assault. Reporting sexually assault is an important thing because we don't know what people might go through, and even though we don't feel what they feel, we need to tell and report what they're going through, because it's not fair what they're happening to her. So I like to know how many of you will educate your child, not only your child but anybody around you, family, friends, any relative. If you're a teacher, if you educate your student, or if you're a student, you would tell another student that they should report any cases if they see one of sexually assaults. Thank you.